A couple is searching for their first apartment together, and they want it to be perfect because, after all, home is where the heart is, and where the couch is, and the TV, and all the rest of their stuff. But finding a place has not been easy, especially with rent prices at an all-time high. So after searching through hundreds of online listings, when they finally find the perfect one, they leap into action. They're not going to let this golden opportunity pass them by. But what if the perfect apartment is really just a trap? According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, rental scams have been on a steady rise over the last 3 years. This includes over $350 million in lost money in 2021, a 64% increase from the previous year. So what exactly is a rental scam? And why are they so effective?
When it comes to rental scams, we're talking about essentially fake real estate listings, fake rental listings. It's not just the money that they're also after your data. They're looking to have you fill out rental applications and provide your identity credentials like your social security number, your contact information, potentially even your bank account or other financial account information.
The couple is frustrated. All they want to do is see the apartment in person, but something is always coming up that makes that impossible. They've picked up on some strange vibes from the emails with the lister, but the last thing they want to do is go back to the claustrophobic world of overpriced, mediocre listings. All they have to do is transfer the $1,000 deposit and they can see the place at the end of the month. Once the current renters are gone, they're ready to send it. After all, it feels so real after imagining their lives in it. Falling for a rental scam isn't as simple as just being gullible and thinking you're too smart to be scammed or duped. These types of scams are so successful because they play on deeply rooted psychological tendencies like the fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. FOMO relies on the fact that we really don't want to have regrets about missing out on social experiences. That can include concerts and vacations. This is especially true in a world where our homes are a focus of our social lives. With a great apartment, friends will always want to visit. On top of that, humans tend to think that the bad stuff won't happen to us. It's called positive illusion, and it basically means we optimistically assume the best of ourselves. Not the worst trait, but if someone is convinced that they're too clever to be scammed, they might miss the warning signs. So how do we keep these age-old instincts at bay? And how do we spot a rental scam?
The scarcity in the rental market is absolutely making people vulnerable and susceptible to these types of scams. There are a couple of key things that I always like people to keep in mind. You really do need to physically see this property. If every time you try to set something up or you're trying to talk with the listing agent or the property owner or manager, you get an excuse, that's a huge red flag. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Brought to you by Zelle, who wants you to find your perfect home without getting scammed along the way. Only send money to those you know and trust.